methylated spirits. And what I've dissolved hard pale rosin in here.
Yeah.
Now that hard pale rosin, that'll go a long way. You only need a very small amount of it. It's when it's mixed with water, it goes milky like that. And this is what we use. And this is only used if the floor is really slippery or it really goes off. Usually I can manage it by using these cleaning products. Just for normal hot mopping, we use vinegar, which is an industrial cleaner.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with a dance floor, you want to keep the pH of the dance floor at around a pretty neutral pH, because what happens with, and this is the sort of science that comes into it, oil in your skin, if it gets onto the floor and it mixes with an alkaline, the oil in the alkaline makes the soap, it makes it slippery. You see? So what you've got to try and do is, if the dancers are doing a lot of contemporary, they're rolling around the floor, you have to clean that floor straight away, and we use alkaline-based cleaners like the Roscoe product or the Harlequin, which are really important.
Yeah.
And we use things like acrylic dresses as well, which the acrylic dresses you put down on floors that are in good condition, and that protects the floor from scratching and things like that. It also gives you a bit of traction. But the main thing is the mopping, which is the cleaning, which we use the vinegar for, or we can use an antibacterial, which is, here we go. This is a maintainer, and I've just dripped it all over my hand. But that kills all the bugs and germs and all the nasties, yeah. So we do that. The only trouble is when the floor gets dirty, and that's from bringing in dirt and people eating in the studios, and so if we have a function or something like that. Then what happens is that any food product or anything gets in the floor, it tracks, it migrates. It can be the size of a 5-cent piece. You just need a little bit of oil. But once people have walked on it and it's actually moved into onto the Tarkett, it spreads out and it's very hard to get it off. So and that's one thing. So what I do is I get just a mop and bucket, and I usually just wipe over the floor, and I look for the parts that are oily, and you can see where the oily patches are because the water turns into droplets, so you can actually see it. And usually a good floor, you don't get any of those water droplets forming. The water doesn't pool on the surface of the Tarkett. And this is the machine we use. So what I'll do, I can take it. You can actually film it. I'll show you how I actually do the cleaning with the floor. What I'll do, I'll prepare two sections of floor, and normally this is a good condition floor. So I wouldn't use a black one on here. On a good condition floor, and I'm looking to maximise the traction on it. I'll be looking at a red or a blue.
Yep.
And what I'll do, I'll prepare a piece. All I've got in here at the moment is a little bit of Roscoe heavy duty cleaner. Yep. That's it, and I'll just prepare it. That's usually enough on a good surface like this, on a good Tarkett. All it really needs to do is be clean. You don't really need to do anything else. So what I'll do, I'll just give it a little once over. So there's a red one there. Now if you look here, this one's been used. You can see that this is how it's picked up the surface of the Tarkett when it's reconditioned. That's all the old surface that's been sun affected, and it's been out in the weather and things like that. So that's of I did a floor this is from our touring floor that had been used that's being used in the country at the moment. So I just restored that before we went away, so you can see the condition of that, how bad and all the stuff that comes out. So anyway, I'll do a little bit of floor. And the thing with floors is that it's not like an exact science. You've just got to get a feel for it. And there's so many different combinations of solutions, so many different combinations of pads and things like that. So you just got to have experience and get used to it. The other thing is with these machines, I don't know if the studios use them, they rotate very slowly, but they're very powerful. So you've got to be a little bit careful before you start them. It's really important. Put a little bit of solution on there because it'll rip your arms out. Let's see. So what I'll do, this is just cleaning, a little bit of cleaning solution. Normally when I clean or I do a floor like this, you do it in linear. You do it up and down, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. If you're going to do a floor, you do it up and down. Because when you do a floor, especially if you're on a stage and it's for a performance, it's like painting. If all the brush strokes are this nice even line, it looks better. It has an aesthetic as well. So I'll just move it up and down.
There we go.
Now we can see how clean that bit is for it. Do that. Now this floor is kept in good condition, so that it's not dirty. As you can see that underneath it's nice and clean. So what I'll do, and then I'll just mop that residue up. But that floor is clean. And that the traction that will offer will be great. I mean, you could dance, you could perform with that, not a problem. Once that's dry, you'll have good. I'm going to do a little bit of sticky floor for the girls who like, for the point girls who come up to me and go, I like it sticky. This is what I do for them. Test patch over here. Now, all I'm going to do, I've got a little tiny bit of rosin in here that's been dissolved in water and alcohol. So, there's a little bit in there. And I'm going to put it in with this Roscoe cleaner because that helps it to slip around. So it offers, it's not going to affect it. But now what happens is that this will mix with that, and when I apply it, so you don't have all the residue or anything like that. See, it's not as bubbly.
Yeah.
And I do it quite dry. When I prepare for the floor, they want to see it floor. You don't use as much liquid. You're not pulling the trigger. And what I'll do, I'll go over it a few times. So what I'll do is I'll just, same again.
Oh, you can see the difference straight away. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we'll just let that. If you look at this, the surface of this, it'll get rid of the shine off it. You'll notice the shine. Guarantee you won't slip on that.
Fantastic.
But it doesn't leave any residue. Force paint. Now you just try and you feel that with your feet.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You feel how sticky that is.
But it's a nice sticky. It's not a.
It's not a gooey sticky.
It's not a blocking.
But you feel how much traction you have on there.
Yeah. You stop, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But your foot
really
doesn't
break.
actually stick to the floor. It
Yes.
just offers the maximum
Yeah.
traction.
Fantastic.
And this one here, where I haven't used it, you still have the same feeling, but you have a little bit more control over it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more control, and the whole thing is you can adjust it by the amount of, just by using a little bit of rosin. You only need a little tiny bit, and it goes such a long way. And you have the floor nice and clean with this little film of rosin on it, and you get the most wonderful results.
But also because it's been taken around, it actually sits in.
It sits in. It doesn't move. It's normally what they do with liquid rosin, they just slap it on with a mop or whatever like that. They let it dry, and it tracks, it creeps, it moves away. This way it doesn't. It actually sits. It's held in place. It's keyed in place by the grooves, the buffing pad. But you can't see it. It's almost invisible, and the only way you know it's there is the feel, and it's not tacky.
That's the word. It's not tacky. It doesn't feel sticky like the Coke floor.
No, you know the Coke floors. That's that's poor practice on the way.
Poor practice. Yeah.
And this floor is spotlessly clean. You get a dinner off it, but you don't see any residue of rosin. It's absolutely clean. There's a few fibres from clothes coming off there.
Everyone.
Lots of hair, lots of clothes fibres. But anyway, I'm going to have to clean the floor now.
Excellent. Thanks, Gary.